What's good, everybody? What's good, y'all? Yeah, 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 yeah. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. Welcome, everybody. You know what? This is going to be a open hangout tonight. Google Hangouts. Any trolls pop in here, I will eject you. And this is how we doing this. And I'm just gonna put an open link right here tonight because I think Jay Da Vinci said he'd be on in another hour. So we said we'd do it tomorrow, but no, I told him I gotta be working. But no, I'm gonna start this right now, man. Yeah, I'm gonna be up. Whatever. I get the 4 hours sleep anyway. You dig? So we're gonna do it like this. I'm gonna put a link up in here in the chat room, and people can come on up. Nah, man. Yeah, even the enemies can come up. You know what I'm saying? Look, I'm grown folks now. This is grown folks talk. We all grown now. Look at this. I'm putting it right here. If the link don't work, just send me your email. Let me know. I'll text some of y'all numbers, and we're gonna do it like this. You dig? I'm just like I'm over I'm over the fuckery. I'm over the fuckery. I'm over all the. Hey, darling, how you doing? Hold on. Shout out to my new subscriber. We linked up on Twitter early. Trip forward. Hey, we inboxed earlier. Yeah, 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 yeah. What's up? All the way from Twitter, straight out of Twitter. Now she over here, man. All right, all right. Thank you. First time on my YouTube channel. I appreciate everybody. First timers on there. What's up, Gary Hawkins? What's up, John Ahmad? Mayberry in the house. And we got man, who we got? American Patriot. What's up, brother? What's up, bro? How you doing, brother? It's open hangout. You want to come on here, brother? What's up, the American? What's up, Mike? Mike, I don't know. I said Mike Nye. What's up, man? Good to see you on here. I see a lot of faces on here, man. You dig? But what's up, Salvatore? Good to see you, brother, man. I ain't had you on my panel a long time. You want to pop up? You can pop up too, my dude, man. But I'm just like, man. You know what? I'm on a mission, man. We all got to be on a mission. That's the problem. These people are on a mission. So why can't we be on a mission? These leftists are on a mission. They're on a mission to destroy us. Oh, okay. It's cool. Just whenever you're done, Christy B. Oh yeah. You on the phone? Oh yeah. I got you. I got your email. I'm finna go grab you, Mayberry. Mayberry ain't out. Mayberry in. Mayberry in. Hold on, let me find. I got your phone number. I gotta find your text. I had text you. Hold on, I gotta find your text real quick. I got your email up in here. You know. Hold on, I don't see the chat room right now because I'm now on my phone. Oh yeah, you on your phone? Yeah, they be tripping on that. Yeah, I used to do that with Uber guy before I got a computer. Hold on, where you at, Christy B? I gotta find your phone number in my. Hold on, there you go. I got your number right here. I'm gonna look to the text. That's why I find your email. You dig? This is grown folks talk, y'all. We talk grown folks, not just after dark. We talk grown folks. Period. When you on my channel, you grown folks. Guess what? I just did a grown folk. I talk like a grown folk. Henry Davis just called me about half an hour ago. I just talked to Henry Davis. We just had a normal conversation. You know, he taught me some real life stuff with what he going through, and we talked. That's it. I was all right, bro. That's it. I said, man, you got some good kids, man. Hey, what's going on, brother?
What's up, man?
All right, good to see you. It's been a long time since you've been on here.
Yeah, how you been? Everything good?
Everything good, man. You know, still go through my trials and tribulations, which we all going to. But guess what? I'm still alive.
That's it, man. You got to be thankful for what you can be thankful for, right?
Yep. Well, let me invite Christy Beaver here because she can't get the link. Hold on, give me a second.
Yep.
You go ahead and talk. You know me. Everybody get the platform on here.
Yeah. So, can you see a video of me right now? I was trying to make that not happen, but
I think I see a video. I see a video. I got that on the picture. You know, I'm in the dark.
Yeah, I was trying to do no video, but all right. Let me see if I can figure that
out. You got to press that picture button, that camera button. Up
there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah. Sometimes you just want to chill, man. You know.
Yeah. Sometimes I just don't want everyone to see my face.
Sometimes they don't want to see it.
Hello. I think it's fine that you're on video because You looking pretty good though. Now I'm definitely not gonna get on video
Come on now. I bet
because
you look better than me.
no.
Yeah.
In my profile picture I do, but not right now. I don't. And don't look better than you, but I look good on my profile picture, but not right now. But no, now what's your name again?
My name's Steve Baldessari. I run American Patriots for God and Country, and right now I'm under my American Patriots apparel account. So for all y'all listening, real quick shout out, AmericanPatriotsApparel.com. Check it out. Get some cool patriotic gear.
Yeah. Go ahead, check it out, man. This brother's real. He got some real stuff on here, yo. And make sure y'all subscribe to his YouTube channel, man. You know, right there, y'all see him in the chat room, and let's go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Man. We gotta go ahead and support one another. We all patriots. We all in this movement for 2020, all of us. Yep. And God been dealing with me lately. You know what I'm saying? Like this guy I've been beefing with, like Henry Davis, and me and him just talked on the phone. He called me. We talked on the phone like grown folks. I said, I ain't got time for all this BS no more. You know?
Yeah, man. God's been dealing with me too. I just lost my mom to cancer, and
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Life's been, you know, my story, man. I won't go over it all, but the past 2 years, even going on 3, it's been hell. So just, you know, gotta be thankful for what you can be thankful for, and just cherish those around you while you have them. You know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. Because you never know. You never know, and
you never know when Antifa might jump up like a cancer and get you. You know?
Oh gosh, I love seeing that coverage.
Or an earthquake might hit, you know?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I'm all serious now. You make me now talk about Antifa make me want to be petty.
Oh, Mo, I love it when you're petty though.
I know that's me, the petty mode right here. You know, the petty mode. Petty mode. Call me petty mode. You know?
Yeah, I was watching
like
all that.
Mode. Is that like the Pesh mode? The petty mode.
Petty mode. What's up, Nacho? Thanks for coming here, Nacho. Nacho live stream in the house.
Yeah, seeing all that video today of the Antifa, I was laughing. I hope they show up at more. They hadn't showed up at more though. I think they did the first year, but not a lot of them. But they didn't. I didn't see them last year. I don't know about this year if they're going to be there or not. But
yeah, who knows when they show up, where they show up, why they even exist? Who knows?
Yeah,
exactly.
No, it's like what the hell, man? It's all a joke now. It's all a joke. The left is totally a joke right here. It's just so obvious that I've been talking to people in black communities, in the black community, and they even say they're a joke. And I'm I'm about to go to Chicago next week, Thursday. I'm about to hit up Inglewood, Chicago, the worst neighborhood, the worst murders. I'm about to go there with my microphone, have my camera in, and I'm going to talk to these Chicago people in Inglewood. People are like, you're risking your life. All the murders in Chicago. How can you do that with the market? I say, you know what? If it's God's will for me to get shot, it's God's will to be shot. Let it will be done.
Amen, bro.
Yeah.
I feel no evil.
That's why I always say there's too many cowards these days, Mo. You don't even have to be doing that much for them to be like all cowardly, you know, and just be scared to they're scared for you, let alone being scared for themselves.
Yeah. I think all right. Look what Moses did. Moses went back to Egypt. He was looking at a price on his head.
Amen, man. Amen.
You know, he went down there with a staff, with a staff out there. And these people had all type of weapons, but no weapon formed against you is going to prosper.
Amen. That's right.
So, like I said, God been doing. I'm about to hit up Inglewood next week.
I can tell.
Never done that.
What is it about Inglewood? Everywhere there's a place called Inglewood, it's got to be ghetto or what?
I know. You got Inglewood, LA Inglewood, Chicago Inglewood. Inglewood is the worst place in Chicago. That's where the most killings have happened. Because you know Chicago's a murder capital. They all come from Inglewood. Most of them come from Inglewood. But you go to Inglewood. The people that in Inglewood are not bad. They're working class people that live down there. It's just some young people. And believe it or not, they listen if a person like me talk to them.
Yeah, if a person like me, white skin though, with like a MAGA hat or something goes down there, forget about it.
I mean, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna be like, hey man, but if you with me, you might get a pass.
That's okay. I'll still go anyway.
Yeah, go with
pass
me.
Or no pass. Yeah, I know what you mean by the pass. That's funny. The pass.
Okay, hey, no, actually, a white dude that's a Trump supporter, went to Eagle, went to Chicago, and sat down there and interviewed them.
Well, you know what it is? You know what it is, Mo? And I probably don't have to tell you this, but most ghetto people, and I'm going to say it because I've been around a lot of ghetto people too, they respect people who aren't scared.
Thank you.
Okay? So if you go in there all scared, like, they're going to smell it like a dog on you. And they're going to utilize that, and they're going to use it against you. If you go in there equipped and prepared and knowledgeable, and you want to have a conversation, you sound like you know what you're talking about. Like, man, he's bringing it right here. He's got some points. You know, that's true what he's saying. You know?
Yeah.
They're not stupid. They're just ghetto.
Ghetto.
That's it.
They're gonna come at you. You know, like, man, I don't know why they scared of us. We ain't gonna bite nobody. We only worry about the next niggas on the next block. They're not worried about us. They only worried about the people on the next block. That's their threat of selling dope in the neighborhood. Them the people that the ones that gonna shoot them. We need the one that's gonna shoot them.
I ain't gonna shoot them.
But if they come for us, yeah, they will. But you know,
you gotta have to. But it's self-defense. But
yeah, self-defense. But they ain't worried about us. Like when I was gangbanging, I wasn't even worried about people from coming out of town, older people. I was worried about them doggone Latin Kings. I was a gangster disciple that their hood was 4 blocks from me, and we're trying to protect our hood from them clowns. That's how I felt.
Yeah. So everything I just said, I didn't even know you were gangbanging, dude. Good to see you out of that.
Oh, dude, I was a hardcore. I still got the tattoo. I was not a gang, but I was a gang leader. I was the craziest dude in my neighborhood. I've been locked up 16 times. So
then tell me what I just said isn't right, right? That's right. That's how it is.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, man. I always knew a lot of bad people that were good people, if you know what I mean.
Right.
Like people who made bad decisions, but underneath it all, they just needed some help to make those better decisions, and then they'd be a good person. You know, it's tough, man. Life's tough sometimes. You just run into bad decisions, and it can ruin you, you know, and then you just feel hopeless and helpless, and then you get messed up with the wrong people, and you feel like, you know, you get a criminal record or something, then suddenly nobody will hire you ever, and you're just like, what do I do?
Let me tell you this. I worked at my job. I'm a supervisor at my job for 9 years, right? They know. If I told them from the beginning that I locked up 17 times, I turned my life around, and I talked to people at Walker's Point, but it's been many years. You know, I said it right there. I'm a felon, and guess what? They respect me. Like, whoa! Even the person that owned the store, I talked to the person free.
You should say, "You scared, bro? You scared?"
Yeah. you know, it's like my job. Know this. I never had nothing to hide, and they hired me. They know that. They know my job. Know about my past. They know about my videos. They know what I do, and people respect me. You know, the truth set you free. You know. Because if you have felonies, I've seen people with felonies still get hired from jobs. I know people say, "Oh, I ain't got no job because I can't." No. It's people. It's most jobs that I worked that I saw hire felons. It's people in prison and programs when they get out of jail. I've seen that happen. Yes, you do got a handful that discriminates. You do, and that's messed up.
Well, I got to tell you, it helps that you're black too. Just saying, because if you're white and you stand for stuff and you do these videos, you get fired for it. I already have. I had an $85,000 year.
You're right. It's black privileges. I said that. You know, I mean, I try not to throw the race card on that. I try to avoid that. You know, it's like, man.
Well, any kind of privilege isn't good, right? That's all just discrimination against somebody else, right?
It is, and I don't like that stuff. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
You guys are sitting up there like the liberal white guilt shit right there. See, that's what I'm talking about, liberal white guilt. You know, I'm at work. I was at work and said this. I'm just being funny, like, oh, I believe we should get reparations. I was saying to a white liberal to be funny, right? Yes, you guys deserve reparations for what my ancestors did to you. I'm like, oh, motherfucker. Oh, I'm like, oh, damn. That was too easy.
Well, you know, man, I don't even know where these people come from with this whole racism towards black people thing, dude. I mean, it's so minute. It's so like non-existent. You know, when I was growing up, and I know when you were growing up, man, just there was no like racism. We were all friends, dude. If I liked somebody, I was friends with them. It was that.
Thank you.
Yep.
You know, I had black friends, I had Spanish friends, I had white friends.
Yeah.
And then I had black enemies, I had white enemies, and I had Spanish enemies, and everybody else in between. You know. Same
I
thing.
had one of my good friends. He's from Korea. I met him in third grade. He's from Korea, and I look at him. What's up, China man? He's like, I'm not Chinese. I'm Korean. Well, it's all the same thing to me. So I kept calling him China man, right? So everybody in the north side of Chicago, true story, call him China man. That ended up being a nickname. As a
I look like China man.
with me. He had a tattoo on his arm called China Man, and that's just everybody called him China Man. And everybody,
what?
And he talked black.
I love the American race. I don't care who you are, white, black, yellow, red, brown. It's all the same to me. It's just how you treat somebody.
Orange too. You hear that, liberals? You got to like the orange people too. That means Trump.
What they gonna do? Orange and go to grapefruit?
Oh yeah. Don't forget about them.
Don't y'all give it to me, Patty.
So what do you guys think about Booker there going down below the border and like getting people to cross the border illegally and like telling everybody how to do that?
Oh God. There's also the Democratic for Texas. I can't remember her name. One of them. She's also going. Her staff is going across to teach them how to get over too.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I really don't understand how these people get away with this, because I know if I did this, I would definitely get in trouble. I know it. Not that I'd want to, because I don't, because I believe in enforcing our borders and legal immigration. But you get the point. It's like, how does Hillary get away with this? She gets away with. How does Booker? How is Bernie Sanders, even a consideration for presidency? I don't understand.
That nigga, he like 90. How old is he? 90 years old.
He looks it.
I mean, I think he's 90 years old. What the hell?
Well, I guess y'all heard about Epstein getting arrested, right? So the Clintons might be, hopefully, fingers crossed, they'll be getting their.
I'm gonna stop crossing my fingers. That ain't happening.
He got arrested. See, he got arrested back in 2002. I think it's 2002, 2005, one, and then he got arrested again today for the sex trafficking. So, yep. Huh. So we'll see. They still got the documents sealed, but they said Monday they're going to unseal them. So, see what that's up. See what's all about that.
Yeah. See. Yeah. I hope they arrest them all. Lock them all up.
All up.
See, I think he's the one that had the island that the Clintons went to, and that Bill went to. And then, did you hear about the 5 cops being kicked out of the Starbucks?
The 5 what?
Cops.
Oh no,
I ain't heard that. What
oh, Tempe, Arizona. They were asked to leave Starbucks because the customer didn't. She was, or I don't know if it's here. She felt uncomfortable because they were there and standing around.
Wow.
Yep.
I feel uncomfortable hearing that story. What about you?
Yeah.
Is someone gonna accommodate me? Can I kick them out of Starbucks and like kick out Starbucks out of the country?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. But yeah, they were asked to leave because the customer complained, said they were uncomfortable because the cops. Yep. So now there's a hashtag dump Starbucks campaign going around.
Dump Starbucks. Oh my God.
Yep.
Oh my God.
It's ridiculous. It's like,
well, who's ever done business with them who's a conservative in the past few years anyway? I mean, I know they got good looking stuff and it tastes good and all. I'll give them that. But, would the devil have it any other way?
Exactly. Exactly.
Boycott.
I see. Here's what it says. 6 of them said before their shift. Let's see. They went to a Starbucks July 4th before their shift and were approached by a barista who said a customer did not feel safe, in quotations, because of their presence, and asked them to either remove themselves from the customer's line of sight or leave. Is that not some bullshit?
That's some.
Yeah, that's a whole lot of it. Is what that is.
That's bullshit. I can like, damn.
Go ahead, Mo. It's petty time. Let's hear it.
I know. I'll be petty later. I'm just kind of like, I'm just so pissed off right now. I'm just so pissed off right now. Like, damn. I be laughing at them, thinking this stuff ain't funny no more to me no more. It's like, man.
It's getting old.
It's like it's getting old, but I'm gonna still laugh at their asses. Don't get it twisted. But man, wow.
Here's what the Tempe Officers Association said. We take offense with Starbucks at McKellips and Scottsdale Roads for asking our Tempe officers to leave the establishment on July 4th after paying for coffee and taking a pause while working to protect the freedoms so many take for granted. Like enjoying a holiday with friends and family. Several of those officers asked to leave are veterans who fought for this country. Zero respect. And it has dumped Starbucks with a cup going out, dumping coffee. I love it.
I'm going to say this because I'm not your typical conservative. I think most conservatives are always just rooting on the cops. And if the cops were solid across the board and did what they were actually there to do all the time, then you could be like, yeah, I love cops. Root on the cops. Boys in blue, support our cops. Yeah. But then, I'm going to give you some examples.
Cops in Chicago, I can't stand cops in Chicago. They dirty. I know this for a fact.
Well, there you go. And that's one other
thing. Many times because I didn't say yes, sir. They kicked me, stomped me, and kicked me in my back because I didn't say yes, sir. And to a point, I couldn't breathe no more. I said, I can't hear you. You're going to say it? I said, yes, sir. And then after I said yes, sir, I vowed if I ever caught that cop, I would kill him.
Oh, boy. Well, that ain't good either. But
I mean, they broke me into like an anger that I want. I kind of see why people get into their anger sometimes.
No, yeah. I mean, like I was going to say.
My back? Oh, no. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
And then I went to the police station. I was 22 years old. Even though I was gangbang, I went to the police station. I said, he had no right to go ahead and beat me like this. Guess what? They went and threw me in Latin King neighborhood with my tattoos off. And I got beat. Man, I'm telling you, I'll tell y'all later this, but because they don't want to hear this. Chicago don't want to hear this.
Well, when my mom needed the cops, my mom called the cops once, and the cops never even came. They said they were coming. And I'm like, then I'll tell you another thing, okay? Since I got fired from my job and kind of made a name for myself in the United States of America, okay, cops are stalking me, all right? And I don't care if people think that's paranoia, because here's why it's not. When you see a pattern every single day, day in and day out, and you go out driving for a couple hours, and in that 2-hour span of time, you see 20 cops, 20, and I count them, 20. Then you start to think, all right, the world doesn't revolve around me, but the cops seem to. I don't know. And it's like, I really think that the end game of the left is intimidation because they're weak. Weak people like to try to intimidate because that's all they can do, because they can't actually make you do anything.
Yeah.
They won't make you succumb. They can't make you succumb to the tyranny. And they've tried with me, and I'm sure they've tried with you all. So, I mean, I think the cops are being used as the Gestapo these days, and they're not law enforcement. They're actually the opposite, because they're breaking the law. Not always. It's like when you go out shopping for a car, you don't just say, I like cars. All cars matter or something, right?
Yeah.
Because different types of cars.
Right.
Yeah, I hate Ford, by the way.
Yeah. You get it. You get what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh Lord. Yeah, I'm a bow tie girl.
A bow tie girl?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a bow tie for you. You want to see? Hold on. Let me see. If
bow tie.
This.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's sick, nigga.
I'm not gonna put it on. Should I put it on? Whatever. I'll embarrass myself.
Sure. Go ahead.
Like the Patriot Pee Wee Herman. You're gonna
Tequila.
Now you all it's in our head. That song is in our head. Dang it. That beat is in my head now. I started nothing.
Oh shoot! What did I do? Look at
Look at it.
Oh, ain't that just cute?
My boots tied tight, my bow tie on.
Now he got to find his Patriot bike.
Yeah.
That was up, man. Hey, it's good. Hey, it's good to have my brother on here, man. He ain't been on here I ain't seen him in a couple months. He been kind of hibernating.
Yeah, when your mom dies, you kind of don't want to talk to anybody, and
trust me. You know what? I mean, my dad passed away 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I tried to fall into depression, right? So what I did the day he passed, I said I'm taking a break from social media. So I went on Facebook, social media, and just started. Actually, was being petty. I went on there and just talking shit. Like, hey man, my dad was a crazy ass. That's what I say on there, and I went on there and celebrated my dad that same night. That's what my dad would want me to do, and I did that. Even though I was mourning, I didn't show it my emotions on there, but I kind of like was like still being active right there. So,
yeah, I actually I made a video. You guys could watch it on my main channel is American Patriots for God and Country.
Yeah,
American Patriots apparel is just something I set up in case people want to subscribe, and I start like wanted to make some YouTube videos on my apparel line. But
yeah, I caught you live about a week ago. Yeah, on there.
Yeah, no, I seen you. That's right. I was talking with you. That's right. I remember now. You were on there. American Joe Show was on there. Forbidden Information. Some other people too.
Yeah.
But you know, I made a video the night my mom died, and you know, it's weird because people don't understand that. Like, but I feel like from doing these YouTube videos, you kind of connect with your audience a lot, and they become like a sort of family, right?
Thank you. Yes.
You know?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You go through stuff together. You live together.
Yeah.
In a way, right?
Thank you. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Look, when I be in the chat room, right? I see people in the chat room. Hey, here's my email. Email me. Look, my guy, he was just my chat room. He was my moderator, right? Look, we never met. He sent me an email. We talked on the phone the next day. He be crashing in my crib. He be catching a bus here from Chicago. We about an hour from each other now. Me and him real tight and stuff. Man, I'm like, wow. He's my moderator.
I got a few moderators. I don't know them at all, but I've come to know them through online, and they seem like great people. I mean, you know, it is what it is. That's what it is, and you feel a connection with these people, and I think that's a good thing. You know, I mean, there's enough people we don't feel a connection with.
And that's what I say. Let's all stay connected with each other, and that's what I said. God been dealing with me. You know, I said this. I have my differences with certain people with this movement. I let it go. Like, you know what, man? Let's just be grown now. Get all this, man. I'm going through stuff. You going through stuff, man. Let's stop this now.
Well, I've had my differences with people too. I mean, you know, I know that some of them are probably like listening right now, but
trolls.
Yeah, it's all good. Whatever. I mean,
I
don't hate happen
though.
You know,
it's going to happen. Differences are going to happen.
Yeah, it's definitely going to happen. I mean, especially as the society drifts further from God. You know, I hear people say things all the time like, you know, it's a good thing we're different because then everybody would think the same, and that would be boring, right?
Yes.
I agree, right? Don't you, Mo? But at the same time, there needs to be a core of principles, a moral code, a moral fiber that we follow as a people, as a society. And it can't just be a free-for-all because then you're not going to unite with people. You're not going to have, you know, things that bring you together. And if they're there, you're going to be so different that you're either not going to see those similarities or you're not going to care that they're there because you're going to be so against each other, clashing so much, you know? That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I'm looking at the chat room, man. It's like, man, I love the chat room keeps it fun. The chat room keeps the YouTube channel fun.
Yeah, turn your phone the other way. You're sideways.
Oh, am I?
Yeah. There you go.
You're like, there you go. Y'all all like, oh, here you go. Yeah, I'll be like, oh, there you go. Let me see.
Is that good? Am I sideways now?
No, you're straight up now.
All right, cool. I just didn't have the phone flip thing on. I thought I had that on, so I was sitting there talking sideways.
Yeah.
But I was making sense still.
Quit being funny. I'm probably Mo.
Y'all don't understand it for the game. I'm laughing at y'all like, y'all funny. Rita be like, hey, what up?
Hey, wait, Christy, we got to get a quick peek at you.
like live right now?
No.
Hey,
Maybe
Dork!
an eyeball or something.
Dork, I have
My
not.
hair is up and oh no.
Hold
Yeah.
on, Dork, you want to come on? I haven't seen you in a while. Hold on, I'm gonna wrench. I love Dork.
Put your American glass shades on and let's make a.
Dork, okay, get over here, Dork, if you can. Dork from out of this country. Oh shoot, I ain't seen Dork in a while.
Dork?
Who? Dork?
Dork, oh, she ain't been on. No, that's yeah. She been on a couple times.
These people have funny names on here, man, don't they?
Yeah, they do. But Dork, get it. Dork, send me your email if you want to come on here.
What's up, Dork?
Sure thing. Send me your email, Dork.
You're Dork.
I want to come on, Dork, man. If I had a couple months since I've seen Dork, if a couple months since I've seen you. On here, everybody coming on here. We getting the band together. That's what we talking about.
It's the close up of my beard. That's what it is. They like the beard. Nah, man, it's your show, Mo. You can't get enough of the Mo show. You people had enough? Give me some Mo. That's what it is.
Personally, I think people want to get off because my show too crazy. I mean, I'm kind of like off the chain. I look at more. I have to delete my video. Like, damn, did I say that? Ooh, let me delete the video. I be thinking I'm too much sometimes, y'all.
So speaking of that, is your channel monetized, Mo?
This channel is.
Because I got like one strike. There was a copyright strike and one other strike on American Patriots Forgotten Country, which expired June 15th. And I was thinking that when it expired, I'd be able to monetize the channel and then also to enable Super Chat, right?
Yeah.
But now it's like it seems permanently disabled with no explanation and no hope in sight and nobody to contact to get it activated.
Bro, you better off not having your stuff monetized. Just get your PayPal link. You better off not monetized. Trust me.
Yeah.
If I said that, YouTube would probably flag me. They'd probably get mad at me because I'm telling their business. You better off.
No, I hear you, but the ads, like, because I don't care. I made $10. And all the years I've done this, I literally had one donation of $10. I don't do this for the money, people. Yeah. I do it because it's important. But at the same time, when they fire us from jobs, and if you can make a buck for all the time you put into something, it makes sense.
It does. It does.
You know? So that's all it is. That's all I'd be doing that for. But with Google Ads, like you can add in that, and then But I understand what you're saying though. PayPal is the way to go versus like the Super Chat. Super Chat takes a lot, right? That's what they say.
Yeah. They do. I
wouldn't know.
Trust me, they do. I know this. I'm like, I'm about to disable my Super Chat.
Yeah.
And
Super.
You got to go on their agenda. You got to go on their rules. You got to go by their rules because these people are strictly by the book. I was saying this earlier at work. I don't trust people that are strictly by the book. I have people that ain't even boss. That ain't even my boss, but they're strictly by the book and they will watch you. And I'm the supervisor. And people that are strictly by the book are not to be trusted.
I know what you mean, dude.
Because, you know what I mean? People are strictly by it. Can you be cool? Don't try to turn somebody in because they overstated a break for 5 minutes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Leave them alone. It ain't none of your business. Long as you come back and get work done.
Yeah, or you know what's funny? When you come to work and you're like, say, 15 minutes late and you're rolling in the door and you don't want anyone to know, so you creep in all like, all what's the word? Like subtle and you know what I'm saying. And then some girl or some dude that sits near you is like, "Hey, Steve," and I'm like, "Really?" And all the bosses here, I'm like, "Thanks,"
Mm-hmm.
Stealth mode. That's what I was looking for. You come in all stealth-like.
Stealth mode. Okay.
Yeah, people just need to mind their own business. I mean,
right.
I mean, like, I hate. When I used to work places, I'd hate when they treat you like freaking kids. Like, you gotta be there and you gotta be in your area a certain time, and that he's always micromanaging stuff.
Yeah, my company now that I'm working for, I'm only a temp. They'll find out. They're already starting to find out who I am, and they're not gonna like it, and they will fire me or get rid of me, and then there goes that temp job, and I'm back to having no money again. More than likely. I mean, I should pray about it and kind of, but I mean, it's a pretty laid back job because that's the way it is down here for the most part, down south compared to up north. They don't really, at least they haven't so far given me any crap, although they might just be like, "All right, you're coming in too late, and then we don't want to have you here anymore." But I think they like me.
What state are you in?
I'm in Florida now because when I was in Boston, I had to sell everything I owned when I got fired because it was too expensive there.
Right, I remember that. You saying that.
Yeah. But I don't know, I don't like it that like I was forced into doing that. It bothers me. I'm a fighter. But there's other things to be said as to why it might be a good thing. Because, on one hand, it's like if you just keep running away from the problem, which I wasn't doing, I faced it and I met it head on and I lost everything. But if for the people who don't do that, who kind of sell their soul for paycheck, you can only do that so long or run away from it before it finds you, But on the other note, there's so little freedom up north in Boston, in California, New York's of the world, and other places, Baltimore probably, for example, Maryland, that, it kind of makes sense to move down south. But the people on the left know this, and they're willing to move and relocate just to get these elections fixed and turn a red state into a purple or blue state, So they're doing that now. They did it in Texas. I mean, look at Austin, Texas. Austin, Texas is becoming like San Francisco with the homeless problem, because that's what happens. Liberal policies, and it just ruins everything.
Yeah. I was watching I think it came out last year, but it was a documentary I found on YouTube last night called Seattle is Dying or something like that. Seattle Dying or something. But anyway, it had all the homeless, showed all the homeless, the problem, and people getting upset, and because their businesses will be right outside their business, trash everywhere. It was awful. I was like, oh my God. It's terrible.
Yeah, no, I mean, but that's, there's so much going on, right? It's all the leftist ideology that is honestly just anti-God, and that's the simplest way of putting it. And all that anti-godliness that makes them do all these crazy things, and there's so many of them that they do, it leads to all this. It leads to people not having work ethic and thinking they can mooch and get free handouts. It leads to them thinking they're entitled to those free handouts. It leads to them being lawless. It leads to them being criminal. Like the border situation, for example, right? Everyone thinks they can just do whatever they want across the border, And and even the right's giving in because they're talking about amnesty. If we give them amnesty, everybody's gonna rush here from all over the world.
All them fucking rhinos, them damn rhinos.
Yep.
The Judas. I call them the Judas, man. And see,
right.
What you went through, man, it reminds me of what I'm going through right now. It reminds me what I'm going through right now.
Why? What are you going through?
They trying to get rid of my job too. They trying to get rid of me too.
I thought you said they respect you and they like you there.
No. You got a handful of people down there that's really going by the book, strictly by the book.
Well, their book is garbage and it should be shredded.
And
okay, here I am. Hey, everybody.
Hey, Barry.
Hey, there she is.
I went and put my Trump 2020 hat on.
Yeah. You say Mayberry I last saw in Georgia. We kicked it in Georgia.
We kicked it in Georgia. That's right.
We kicked it in Georgia. We had some barbecue. Man, I ate so much food. Damn.
And you danced to the Fat Boys.
Yeah. It was only I was dancing to the Fat Boys, and the pastor came in and prayed on me. I have to pray for you, brother. I was doing some nasty dancing.
Yeah, I seen him today on somebody. I think it was on the Conservative Minute. I think that somebody was walking by and they said, "Hey, who are you?" And he said his name. I'm like, "Oh, there's Pastor Wiggins or Apostle Wiggins." My bad.
Yeah, Apostle Wiggins. Yeah. Apostle Wiggins. Yeah, that's my guy. He actually gonna be interviewed on my show next week. Apostle Wiggins.
There's my dog.
Dog.
My dog.
White folks love y'all dogs. Y'all love y'all dogs.
Ain't she pretty? Say hey, Grace.
Yeah. Y'all wouldn't even, man, y'all give it look, dog, but look, according to white folks, they got dog privileges. Pet privileges.
I love dogs too. I'm a big dog person. I just think that sometimes people put dogs above people, and I don't like that.
Yeah. Like, damn.
Yeah, I used to work with a girl who had a dog, and she said that she let her dog lick her ice cream and eat it too. I'm like, no.
They lick shit.
You see what I'm saying?
I
Like, and you're
love
not
my
talking
dog.
about ice cream.
White folks do that shit.
And that happens
Niggas
too much.
don't do that
These
shit.
girls are crazy. That's
I
just not
love
okay.
my dogs, but no.
I honestly think that too many girls do that. I used to live with a girl that I used to wonder if she did that, and I moved out. She used to let this dog crap on the floor as well.
Oh shit.
And she wouldn't feed it sometimes, and like I'd feed it, and she'd come home and she'd be like, "Why'd you feed the dog?" I'm like, "Cause the thing was hungry, and you didn't feed it."
Oh crap!
Oh my
And
God.
she got mad, and I'm like, "Listen, I gotta go."
Dogs
Oh my
have
gosh!
babies.
I mean, no, don't get me wrong. My dogs are my family. I mean, they my family. You know. So, but yeah, nah, I ain't letting them lick. No, they ain't licking my ice cream. Nope.
It's just dirty.
Look, have a dog lick your ice cream, wet it to a baby lick your ice cream. Oh, that baby got germs. Okay.
Nobody's
Yeah.
licking my ice cream.
Nope.
I don't think I have ice cream, do I? No. I don't know. We're talking about the same thing.
Hey, Dork, I tried the email. I ain't got your email from you.
Dork, just put the link. It's in the chat. They
Yeah, I'm
post the
gonna
link.
put the link
Click the
again,
link.
Dork. Dork, I'm gonna put the
Make
link.
sure you have Google Hangouts. It's really easy. It is.
It is simple.
You know, I gotta get Google Hangouts because, you know, I didn't have people on my show. I've never had a guest on my show, and I get sick of hearing and seeing myself on my own show. You know, I gotta have some other people on there.
Bro, sometimes you might be better off because sometimes it get kind of stressful when I be talking. That's what last 2 days I did videos by myself. I would sit on the porch drinking beer because I got tired, all screaming and yelling at each other. Ow! Ow! Forget you! Everybody arguing with each other like, oh snap! I had to cut it off the updates because sometimes I get too intellectual. There, you get the likewise on there. Likewise is come here to argue.
Likewise, you got arguments? Bring it. I like arguments. I put down arguments with facts. Is it a leftist?
He's a globalist.
Yeah, he's a globalist.
That's horrible. How could you be? Why would you be? That doesn't even make any sense.
Oh God.
We're gonna have a talk. Whatever your name is.
Oh God, I wish you'd come on here so bad right now, Mo.
I'm
Huh?
gonna go get my weights. Hold on, I gotta do something while I stand there.
Likewise ain't on here. He ain't trolling right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wish he was right now.
Yeah, they get on here because I'm gonna cuss his ass out. I'm in the mood to cuss him out tonight. He probably get off the feed tonight.
Dang, globalist.
The globalist. Likewise, I know you're listening because he'll pop up on the street. Likewise, you know you
He's
troll.
talking on smack. He'll just know. He'll get like some subliminal message that will just pop in his head and be like, I think
Well, yeah,
somebody
likewise,
popped
get on here,
in
make a
the
comment,
show.
and get your ass on here. I feel like I'm gonna say get
Go
your
on that show.
Oh, he'll probably end up threatening to kick your ass like he did Jay. So.
Oh, I got something for that. I got something for that.
Like,
You want something?
shut up, dude.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I'm in training,
was,
man. I'm training. I'm ready. Globalist, come on.
that was last weekend, wasn't it, Mo? Something like that.
Yeah, I put the link. Anybody can come upstairs. Anybody can come upstairs. I have the link.
Hey, Mo, Google Hangouts, though. Is it just signing up? And then how do you generate that link and stuff and invite people like that? What's the formula with that?
Once you download Google Hangouts, I'll give you the rundown. Just hit me up. I'll give you the rundown.
All right.
I look, Facebook me or look. You can probably message me. I'll give you my number and I'll give you the rundown on this. Very easy. Uber guys show me how to do it.
All right.
Uber guys show me how to do it in 5 minutes. I learned it in 5 minutes.
All right. Cool.
Because right now I'm looking at y'all, but there's a link above my picture. I'm pasting the link and I put it in the chat room. You know what I'm saying? I put an extra. You know what I'm talking. I put it in the chat room.
All right. Cool.
Elizabeth Luker, Leah said, American Patriot, can you put your link in the chat? Put your link in the chat, bro.
Oh, put my link?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. All right.
They can sub to you. And wherever they can follow you at.
Yep. Let me pull that up so I can do that.
We all got to stay connected with each other. We all have to stay connected. Would they shut all three of my channels down? Look, you see me in his chat room. I'm in everybody else's chat room, so I'm still here.
All right, let me see here.
They're eventually going to shut me down, all three of my channels. I'm not speaking negative, but that's what they're going to do. I'm going to wake up, all three channels going to be gone.
That's
Well, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that's my website for my business. And if they do fire you, Mo, if my business can take off and, we can all help each other and make it successful, we have to if we all get real desperate, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's it.
I really have a good feeling.
If they shut me down on YouTube right now, guess what? I'll be special guest everywhere. Uber guy be getting me on there. Everybody, what's up, Mo? You a guest on my channel tonight? Yeah?
Well, I hear a lot of people talking about D Live now.
What's that?
D Live. I don't know. It's the place kind of like YouTube, but they say to go over there and it's D Live. I guess you can go on their live feeds, I guess, and they say. Well, what I was reading in the chat the other day, somebody said you can say anything on there and you won't get in trouble. I don't know, but yeah, I've heard about D Live and I've heard of a few more others. So
I'm gonna have to check that out. I never heard of that.
Yeah. I heard it. Heard about it like a month ago, and then seen it in a chat the other night. Somebody saying, "Come over there, you won't get cut off for that." So,
yeah, a lot of these new social networks that I see, though, they have connections to the main networks that we're already using that are problematic, and that's what I find problematic in itself.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So how do I accidentally left the video portion of things so I could go back and find the chat room? I can figure out how to get back in here.
You got a couple phones or one phone?
Let's see here.
What's that, Mo?
You got one phone? You on one phone or two phones, a computer?
No, I'm on one phone. I just backed out of Google Hangouts wherever the video was showing, and then I click ongoing call, and it says you're already in the call.
Yeah, I know.
Let's see.
See, I'm on my.
You're on your phone?
Yeah.
Hold on a minute. It should be something up there at the top. So when you click on ongoing video call, mine says tap to return to the call, and so I just tapped it to return it.
Yeah.
Let me guess, you're on an iPhone, ain't you?
I got an Android.
Oh,
right.
damn! I was going to dog iPhones if you was on. I couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
This is funny, Mo. You have him with the Boston accent, and you got me little country hick accent going on.
Yeah, you got the Chicago accent over here, the Chicago accent.
Chicago.
We talk very slow. They said Chicago people talk very slow. We drag our words when we talk. We repeat ourselves, and that's how we talk.
How we do it.
And me, I talk. Oh, that's my phone going off. That's the Oh, hey, Dork. How you doing, Dork?
Damn, hold on. I can invite her back on there since I got an email.
Oh.
Let me find an email. Get Dork on here. Let me find Dork and put an email. Put the link in Dork's. Hold on, Dork will come back on here. Go ahead and talk. I'm gonna find Dork.
Okay, that was my Periscope going off. Let me know Joe Biggs is on live.
In the Google Hangout chat right here.
With Joe Biggs live.
Yeah, it says Antifa sucks. So you're telling what they're doing now.
All right, Dork.
I apologize. I had to try and get it working on my fucking phone. It's ridiculous.
All right, we got somebody out of the country over here. That's what I'm talking about.
And now we got country. Now we got redneck accent, Boston accent, and Australian accent.
And Chicago accent.
And Chicago accent.
Depends on what Australian accent you want. I'm quite a bogan, so I'm not really the fancy Australian.
It don't.
Is that your real picture?
No. It's something I found on Google that I thought looked cool.
I'm just messing.
I mean,
with you.
I could lie and say yes, but like I'm 5 foot, blonde hair, green eyes, so that wouldn't work.
Okay. No, I was just gonna say you look like Antifa there a little. You got your face all covered, you know, black on.
I
Like
guess so. I never really thought of that. We don't really have an Antifa problem in my city.
that's good. It's like rats. You got to get rid of it as soon as you see them. You just got to do
Yeah.
something. About it.
They're all in Melbourne, so we can bomb that place.
Wait, you're in Australia?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, nice. You guys gave up your gun rights, though, right?
No, not everyone did.
That's good.
It was probably only 60% of people bought into the buyback program. The rest of them didn't want to give up their guns, but the police were just like, hey, do it or else. So you still get a gun license. Like my father has a gun license. Oh, I don't know. It was well back in the early 90s. So it was the first mass shooting that happened. So they were like freaked out, I guess. But no, lots of people have gun licenses and there are more guns than people. Like every farmer has a few rifles, you know, like my dad has a gun in his safe. So
okay.
There's guns everywhere. You just need a license.
That's the whole thing is you shouldn't, right? So no matter what, they still got too many restrictions on that freedom. It ain't free if you gotta have a license.
Yeah, there are a lot of restrictions. I mean, you can only have a gun within your household or a gun range. But the unfortunate thing is that we don't have we can't defend ourselves, sort of thing. Like, so if someone was to rob the place,
well, what do you need to do that for?
Well, if someone was to rob the place, right, and like they were threatening our family, and we shot that person, we could get arrested because it was grievous bodily harm. It doesn't matter if it was on our property.
Damn.
Well, that's when it gets to that point, that's when you know that you have some bad people in charge and that you probably need to fight them. I'm just saying.
Well, yeah, we don't really have a proper right-wing party. We have a tiny one, but there's only 2 major parties here, which is like middle left and far left. That's about fucking it. The small party.
Well, that's exactly what they're trying to do in the United States.
Yeah, well, don't. I'm looking to get out of this place. It's getting worse and worse. I was going to come to America, but it's looking bad there too. So maybe Poland. Poland's kind of fighting for their right to stay Polish.
Come to America. America's the best place to be at.
Yeah.
Damn. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Fuck Poland.
Come here, you can join our forces. That's all.
Cool. I hear Arkansas is cheap, so.
Come on now.
Really? I'll have to move there then.
Yeah, me too. Shit. That's all-star Underground Rail down in Arkansas. It's all of us.
Yeah, I got a mate who's a YouTuber that lives in Arkansas, and all the property prices are low as fuck because, like, nobody wants to live in Arkansas, so everything's cheap out there.
They don't like the Razorbacks, huh?
You what, sorry?
They don't like the Razorbacks, I guess.
What's that?
The Razorbacks, like the animal, like there's a college in there.
Yeah.
They're what do you call it?
Arkansas.
The Arkansas Razorbacks.
Yeah.
The team in there.
Yeah,
Razorback is their logo, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Lucas said, "If America falls, there wouldn't be no place to run to." You right, Liz?
That's right.
Yeah.
There will be no place to run to. Where to ride? There will be no Underground Railroad to go to because America is the Underground Railroad. That's why these people are trying to make. That's why they try to make this a socialist country.
That's right.
Well, you're not the only major country. I mean, there's the United Kingdom, but they're like the shittest in the world. So who knows what's going to happen?
Well, the UK is already being overrun by Islam, and that's what they want to have happen here too.
Yep.
See, socialism, and the way I look at it is like you got your right-wing people, and then you move to the left, and you got your liberals who don't really want to talk politics but have like liberal views. Then you go to like the liberals who are a little more crazy than that. Then you got your socialists. Then you got your commies. Then you got Muslim all the way to the far left. You know, I mean, I hate to say it, but you know, it's the truth. You know, I wish Muslims were actually peaceful like they say, but it's just not the case. You know, I mean, look at what they're teaching people. You know, they
well, I
teach
figured.
people. Go ahead.
I don't know. I figured Muslims was like extremely far right because like they don't agree with a lot of the leftist stances. In fact, they want to destroy those. So who knows?
Well,
Like
people-
they're trying to take over here too. Like we got some areas that are just Muslim people that they're just basically like the police let Sharia law go on there. People
Yep.
deny that it exists, but it's happening. You know, they drive out all the other people.
Well, that's exactly what they do, and they do that everywhere they go, and that's why I've been warning people. And of course, the media is not covering what you just said, and that's why we're here talking about it so people can find out about it. This is a great conversation. As for Muslims being far right, you know, there's things that Muslims agree with Christians on, like women should cover up, but at the same time, Christians don't believe they should be in trash bags, or you know, Christians don't believe in killing people to convert them to Christianity either.
Well, yeah, Christians don't believe with like throwing gays off of rooftops.
Right.
Or,
we believe that homosexuality is wrong, and that you'll be told it's wrong by us, but we're not going to throw you off a roof. You know, there's a big difference there.
Well, you know, there's a lot of misconceptions about my country. Like the left especially like to throw out extreme misconceptions, like the fact they like to say we don't have guns because we have very prudent gun laws. I mean, our gun laws are harsh, but there's a fuck ton of guns. Like all you need is a license to get a gun. And like there's plenty of guns, and you know, they say, oh, crime went down when guns came in. Not true. It actually went up, just in a different way. There's heaps of misconception. Everything you hear about my country is probably false.
Because the liberal mainstream media tells everything false about our countries. Totally. The whole globe. It's not just your country or mine, or it's everywhere. That's why we call them the fake news media, you know?
Yes.
Well, yeah. We don't have any right-wing media in my country. It's all like leftist media that make up a bunch. Because it gets closed down pretty easily. Like, I don't have the funds. So media here is funded by the government.
Wow.
Like, so is TV. Like, TV channels are funded by the government. You understand?
What could possibly go wrong with that?
There are magazines and newspapers that are funded by sales, sure. And there's one cable news network that's like center-right, but that's the most we have.
Well, I think you need to have some people get together and form some conservative media that is alternative media that is outside of the government.
Well, you know, people are trying. People are trying. Like, it's not going well. It's just like, you know, overtaking the two major parties. I mean, there's two conservative parties that have a seat in the Senate, but they're never going to become a major party. Like, they're the only parties that haven't made deals with the two major parties. Because how it works is that if you vote for a smaller party, that smaller party makes a deal that, hey, if you do what we want, we'll give all of our votes to you. So our votes will contribute to your votes and you do what we want.
Right.
So, you know, it's...
Even
I'm fucking getting out of this place. Fuck this shit.
I was going to say. But, you know, that's why Donald Trump walks around calling these countries, you know, shitholes.
Yep, shitholes.
Yeah, we need someone like him here.
Shitholes, yeah.
I mean, I don't think Australia falls quite into that category, but describing it how you just did kind of makes me think again.
Well, it's not as bad as the UK. Like, it's nowhere near as bad, that's for sure. But we need a complete overdo of our constitution. Like, just that's what the Conservative Party wants. I'd love to add free speech to our constitution. Like,
you guys don't have free speech?
We have it. Yes and no. Technically we do, but it's not within our constitution. So
then technically you don't.
Yeah, technically we do, and technically we don't. Bit of the same.
Wow. See, I couldn't deal with that.
You couldn't deal with that, me
Yeah,
either.
sorry about that. I got.
Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. I got two. That's why I said sick 'em, doggy.
Yeah, that one. The one that was barking.
Get him.
The one that was barking. He's a blue heeler cross border collie. So he's a gorgeous blue heeler color with the long border collie hair. It's lovely.
Oh,
I want to get a dog. Hey, making me want a dog. My mom, she always wanted a German Shepherd. She has a sticker on her car that says "Life's better with a German Shepherd," but she never got to.
They need a lot of work.
yes.
That's what I've heard. Yeah.
Yes.
I always wanted a cute little golden retriever. I don't know, maybe that's cheesy, but
No, I don't know that.
Well, I got me a bit of everything. I have a fox terrier, a blue heeler cross border,
A fox terrier.
a fox terrier.
I just wanted you to say it again. I was just kidding.
Oh, I thought maybe you thought she said something else because it didn't sound like it at first.
No, I knew she didn't, but I pretended that I thought she said something else.
Probably my accent, I know, saying fox terrier sounds weird.
There it is.
Anyway, there's a fox terrier, there's a blue heeler border collie, and the last one, he's a Great Dane cross bull Arab. So that one's fun. He's still a pup. He's like almost a year old.
Hey, Mo, you still there?
I'm there. I'm listening.
You got a good live stream going, man, today.
Yeah, good. Y'all keep going, man. Y'all can talk. Y'all had a platform tonight. I'm just chilling tonight. Thank you.
I have 2 white huskies.
We got 2 different guests on here. That's good, man. Hey,
3, right? Yeah, we got 3.
Yeah.
Different in what way? From places or in ideals?
Well, what are your ideals? Let's hear. It sounds like your ideals are right in line with ours.
Well, I'm somewhere between centre right and right. Depends on the subject.
All right. So we already talked about gun control and guns and free speech, so we're perfectly aligned there. That's a good start. The First and Second Amendment, as we call them here in the United States.
Oh, yeah. I'd love those.
Oh, yeah.
That would be great.
Yep. That's why people come here from all over the world. You know, that's the thing is when Trump says make America great again, that's the kind of stuff he's talking about is they try to do the same thing to the United States as they're doing to Australia, the UK, and, you know, the economy. And, you know, you can't expect that your economy, who has $24 trillion in debt, is going to rebound if you don't do something to not make, to not make it so you're getting screwed by China every which way and everybody else in trade deals.
You know, the debt got worse with Obama. There, at least our debt isn't as bad as yours. But then again, we only have like 24 million in our whole country, and it's the same size as yours. So
24 million of debt?
No, of people.
Oh, people. That's crazy. You only have that few?
Yeah, and our country's the same size as yours.
We should send some illegal immigrants over to you guys.
No, we've already taken enough. I haven't accounted for all the fucking Sudanese coming over.
Oh, I was just kidding. They need to stay in their own countries. Here's my suggestion how we can fix that problem.
Well, the Dalai Lama said that as well, that, you know, Europe is for Europeans and everyone should stay within their own country and fix their own countries. And he says a lot of different things, the Dalai Lama, that seem right-wing these days, and everyone's hating on the fucking Dalai Lama. Who could hate on the fucking Dalai Lama, honestly?
Liberals.
Of course, liberals.
Socialists, communists, and Muslims. Always the same people that are always the same culprits of these things.
Yeah, but they always eat their own too.
They sure do, don't they? I mean, it's kind of funny to sit back and watch it, right? Like when you get Muslims together with homosexuals, it's just an inevitable clash that you just they sympathize with one another for a time until the Muslims just use them to get what they wanted and take over.
Oh,
and then all the homos are like getting tossed off roofs left and right like baseballs. You know?
Fuck yeah, I thought that was the stupidest thing I'd ever come across was feminists and LGBT for Muslims. Like, do you realize what that religion entails, you fuckwits?
So another thing we agree on. So we talked Islam, we talked the First Amendment and the Second Amendment. We talked about homosexuality a little bit.
I don't have a problem with homosexuality personally, and I don't have a problem with gay marriage either.
There's our difference. We've pinpointed it.
Yeah, well, see, you can't help who you're in love with, and they deserve to be just as unhappy as other married couples. They deserve to be, like I just think they shouldn't be able to marry within religious realms. Okay, so no churches, none of that. They shouldn't be able to force priests and all that to have to fucking marry them. They should have civil ceremonies.
Yes.
All that stuff.
I would say
which is a legal marriage.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, I'd say this, okay? And if we're really going to be Christians and believe in God, we got to follow what the Bible says. And that means that God makes rules and we follow them because he's the master of all creation. So God said that marriage is a sacred vow between man and woman, not man and man, not man and dog, not woman and dog, and woman and child, or anything.
It doesn't really say those exact words, does it? It just says man shouldn't lay in bed.
I'm going to go get the verse.
It does. It says that.
It does say that.
Something about marriage. Well, I don't know personally. See, like you guys are probably right. Like I'm not a Christian myself.
Yeah, well, I mean, here's the thing about what you just said right there, though, is that you just did something that people on the left who have the same view as you would never do. You admitted that you don't know what our book says, whereas the left will come on and quote scriptures and totally warp what they mean and even make stuff up that the Bible says and then pretend that, like, you're a bad, hateful person because you're against homosexuality. And I'm like, no. If you love someone and homosexuality can send them to hell, and you tell them that they should change that lifestyle so they can go to heaven, if that's what you're doing there because that's what the Bible says, that's actually a very loving thing to do when you think about it, right?
Well, I wouldn't call you guys bad people. You're just following your religion, and you have a right to do so. Like you seem like really nice people. It's just different views. Like I don't know everything the Bible says, and I can admit when I'm wrong. So,
yeah. All right, we'll move on to another topic because we could I get heated on this because like homosexuals have tried to ruin my life. That's part of the reason I got fired because up in Boston they like sticking each other in the behinds a lot as men, and women like doing the other things. So they don't like when you tell them, listen, I don't stand for this stuff. I think it's sinful. I think it's wrong. And I think it should be spoken out against because it's wrong. If I do something wrong in my life, I'll say it's wrong in front of all of you too. But anyway, moving on.
Yeah. I'm assuming they would get upset by that.
Well, of course, which is fine. But then they don't have to stalk my Facebook page either to see every little thing I post, right?
Oh, yeah. That's wrong.
That goes too far.
That's wrong.
It's not like I stalk Antifa's pages or their pages. I could care less what they're saying. I know I'm going to disagree. That's why I don't go to their pages, right? It's like they want to have a nervous breakdown.
Yeah. I don't do drama personally. I don't get people like that myself. So. Oh, child, please don't.
I thought it was one of your dogs for me. I'm like, oh Lord, somebody got attacked.
My kid's screaming in the background.
Well, here's something. Abortion, right? I always say, and you can kind of connect this and tie this in with what we were just talking about with homosexuality. So the left's goal seems to be to have as much gay sex as possible and to abort as many children as possible. So I always say to them, well, how do you think that your party's going to continue and all your people are going to continue?
Yeah.
If you murder all the kids that do get,
we all know why Planned Parenthood started and how it's still going today, but I don't particularly agree with abortion, especially because of the fact of abortion was only made legal in my state at the beginning of this year, and it doesn't specify within the terms of pregnancy as to what stage to get an abortion. I don't agree with that at all. I think that if it's absolutely medically necessary, that if it's going to endanger the mother's life, or if it's pregnancy by rape, that it needs to be done within the first 12 weeks of pregnancy. But other than that, I don't agree with abortion.
See, a lot of people say that, and my argument is this, and then I'm going to shut up and let other people talk for a while because I get going then. But it's like this. It's like life. If you don't like rapists,
I understand. Look,
Sorry?
I understand it is a possible life form. It is a possible child that could come into being. But if it's going to put the mother's life at risk, are you going to let the mother die?
yes, and I think
you know,
I think most moms would let themselves die
That's
because
my-
the
They
That's what-
probably would, but in
that's
a
what I
lot
was-
of cases, the mother dies too.
That's what I was getting ready
And
to
the
say.
child dies with it.
That's
Yeah.
my faith is, if you ever come to me, if a doctor says you're going to die, I'm going to be like, how do you know? How do you know I'm going to die?
exactly that too. I didn't think of that. What do
I
you
mean,
know?
everyone-
You have to-
And that's what I would tell the doctor. I'm going to leave it up to God.
That's
if
right.
if I'm supposed to die, then I will die for my
Amen.
child.
That's fair
'Cause
enough.
the child, it's like the rapist. Let's go back to the rapist thing you said.
Mhm.
That child was
Mhm.
conceived for a reason.
Reason, purpose. That's right.
Well,
Have you
know,
have you not ever listened to Miss Rita on here?
Yep.
Yeah.
She's a child of rapist.
Well, I've just seen people with children of rape, and they show so much vitriol and just hatred toward that child for coming into being of how they did.
Well,
like,
they
not
should-
everyone's like that, but
Yeah,
they should get that. I think most of all, adoption must, like, if you really feel like you absolutely don't want a child, adoption should be the choice, not abortion.
Well, the left always
Yes.
talks too about life on Mars being like some amoeba or bacteria that they found. Like, look, life's on
Hey,
Mars.
everybody.
Life's on the moon.
I think Google is playing games right now. Look at it. I'm gonna ask everybody in the chat room. Do y'all hear the guest door? Because I got a call. Do you hear? Do you hear Dork? Dork, say something right here.
What?
Do anybody hear her right now? Because people say they can't hear
Do
you.
I have to?
I can
Do I have to leave and come back?
I can hear her
I want
fine.
everybody to hear you. I want everybody to hear you.
What about the people
Well,
in the
if
chat?
chat
room?
can't hear me, I usually leaving and coming back works.
Okay. Could y'all hear you? Could everybody hear her? Oh, they hear her. Okay.
Yeah.
You want to see how y'all paying?
Am I just
censor?
quiet or?
No, some people say they can't hear you.
It's because you got the mask over your face. Maybe they were just joking because you had the mask over your face. You got the mask over your face. We can't hear what you're saying.
Well, I wanted to change my picture on YouTube, but I don't know how to do it anymore. They changed all the fucking settings.
Well,
Well,
For
you got to
me-
do it on Google.
Oh, they
yeah,
hear
gotta
her.
go to Google.
I don't know how. Usually, if I change it on YouTube, it changes it on Google.
Oh, well, I had to go to Google, go to the Google thing and change it. Your Google account and do it, and then that changes it on YouTube.
They don't make things easy these days on anything, I tell you. Everything's a project.
Yeah. But to go back, now what's your name again? I'm sorry. The American Apparel.
My name is Steve Baldessari.
Steve, that's it, Steve.
Yeah.
To go back to your thing about homosexuality, Steve.
Yeah.
I feel like homosexuality is a sin.
Yes.
Just
bingo.
like some people in the Bible, it says, "Do not take a strong drink." Some people take that take that as don't drink beer, don't drink wine. You know, so you know, it's wrong. I mean, like you said, though, a marriage is sacred between a man and a woman.
Under God, that's right.
Under God, yes. So, and I used to be the same way. Like, I used to be really hardcore about homosexuality, but I thought to myself, why am I judging them? I mean, it's, you know.
Nope.
I mean,
See, I don't think it's
them getting
judgmental.
married
though.
affects. If them getting married affects your life personally,
No, I don't
then
think they should be married. I don't think they should be married. I think it should be a civil contract.
Not within the religious sense of the word, not within a church or anything like that. I mean,
But that's the only sense of the word.
a
That's the whole
legal
point.
civil ceremony that is the same as a marriage, because the difference being a lot of civil ceremonies doesn't hold the same weight as marriage does legally.
Yeah.
I just meant in the legal sense of the word.
But they shouldn't be treated as the same when they're not the same, when they're doing stuff that's not the same, that isn't the same.
Yeah.
It can't reproduce. It's not the same. It shouldn't be treated as such.
Yeah.
And I don't think they love each other. I think they're confused, and they're in their sin, and they lust, and they have these passionate feelings that the devil leads them. And, they care about each other as people. But I don't hate them, okay? But what I'm saying is this. You can't say something is the same as marriage and then say it's not marriage, because then it is just the same as marriage, right? According to the legal standards. And then that would make it the same under God.
Within the religious sense of the word, are you taking like state within religion in that sense? Like,
Well,
you don't have to call it marriage.
I don't believe in religion.
Call it marriage.
I believe in relationship. See, I think that God is about relationship. Religion is man-made deception by the devil. Devil helped the man make false ideologies to deceive people away from the truth, which is God, which is that there's only one way to heaven, and that there's only one actual real Bible, so to speak. And all these other things are just made up fictitious nonsense.
I don't understand religion myself, because there's so many different branches of the same religion.
That's exactly right.
You got the Pentecostals, you got the Mormons, you got the Jehovah's Witnesses.
The world likes to do what they want to do. They want to go and they want to make different sects. They want to make different things that
all of them say they're the right ones. All of them say that they're the only ones going to heaven.
Right. But you know what? They don't have proof of many things.
None of them have proof. That's why,
the Bible does.
I don't particularly believe in the Bible because it was written by man.
But the Bible was written by God through man. And if you look at what the stories are in the Bible, if you don't believe the Bible, I'm just saying that would be, and I'm not insulting you, but that would be an uneducated look at things, because I have a whole playlist, for example, on American Patriots for God and Country, dedicated to proof of the Bible. You take the story of Jericho, for example. Jericho is only mentioned in the Bible. And then they found the city of Jericho, and the remains were exactly how the Bible said. Then
I know the story of Jericho. I grew up Salvation Army. I went to church every Sunday growing up. It's just, I believe there's a higher power. I believe there's good and evil in this world, and I believe that there's something bigger than us. I just wouldn't really call it God in the religious sense. I believe there's an afterlife, but, I may be reincarnated. Who knows?
Oh, boy. Well, I guess we're just going to agree to disagree on this. But, I mean, I do challenge you if you're questioning proof of the Bible. The Bible is the most historically accurate book ever. And I got a whole playlist with hundreds of videos dedicated to proof of the Bible.
I respect your beliefs, and I respect what you have to say about it. I'm just not looking to be converted right now, personally.
No, that's fine.
But
I'm not trying to convert anybody.
Believe.
That's fine. I'm not trying to convert people. I think people always think that. What I'm trying to do is spread the truth. And if people can't accept the truth when they see it, then that's on them.
I have done Bible study. I did Bible study all through my teenage years and childhood and all that stuff. And I went to church, and I just personally, we don't know what the afterlife's going to be until we get there. So it could really be anything. And I believe in a higher power and a good and evil in this world. I just don't like religion at all. I like to be spiritual in my own way.
Yeah, I know a lot of people like to, and I'm just saying, you can't be, if there is a God and Jesus and God and all that is true, he's going to send people to hell because they wanted to do everything their way. I'm just warning people, because you might stand before him on Judgment Day someday, and you might look back at this conversation on that day, and he might say to you, Steve told you, you didn't want to hear it.
Well, I'll cross that bridge when I come to it.
Fair enough.
Doesn't it say if you take Jesus into your heart before you die or whatever?
Yes.
But, you know, it's really interesting to me.
As long as you're genuine, yes.
It's really interesting to me that the Romans created Christianity out of Judaism, but Judaism does not have a hell, it only has a heaven. I found that always interesting.
Well, I would say that Jesus created Christianity and Judaism. I mean, that's Christ, right? Jesus Christ. That's what Christianity is about, is Christ. And so him coming is what sparked Christianity. Him dying on the cross is the very core
Well,
of Christianity.
yeah, but the Romans did create their own version of the Bible, the Roman Catholics
Right.
sort of thing. Like Peter did create his own version of the church as well. But you know, depends on whatever sect makes you happy, go for it.
I gotta make God happy, not all the sects.
Well, you know, some believe that Jehovah's Witness would make God happy. It depends on your own beliefs, I guess.
Hey, Dan.
Hey, how you guys doing? Hi,
Doing
Christy.
good. Dork, have you ever heard of the movie or the book and the movie Heaven is for Real?
I've seen that and read that.
I've seen Dogma. Does that count?
Okay. You need to watch Heaven is for Real because it will change.
I used to watch all the pastors like on the DVD where they like film what the pastors say.
No.
I used to watch all of those.
This is about a little boy who died and went to heaven and came back.
Oh, that's a different one. Yeah, the one I'm thinking.
Oh, okay.
This is a little boy. The little boy, he got sick, and he was in the hospital. And he said later on when he was got better, he told his mom and dad. He said, "Dad, I was sitting on Jesus' lap. I seen Mama in the waiting room crying, and I seen you in the chapel praying." And they're like, "How did he know this?" He said, "I seen y'all." And there was also a part in it where he asked his mama about his sister, and she says, "What do you mean?" He said,
know his sister?
He said, "I met my sister in heaven, and he wouldn't even, she lost it. She miscarried, and they never told him about that." And there's also
a lot of stories like that.
Okay. There's also, hold on, let me finish. There's also a part in it where he see, how we have the normal image of Jesus where he's the ones you see in churches and stuff where he's this real slim looking, long beard. He told his daddy, he said, "He don't look like that." He said, "Jesus don't look like that." And he says, "He don't?" He says, "No." And there was another girl in another country that went through the same thing as him. And she actually drew an oil painting or a painting of him that she seen. And they thought they would get in touch with her to see, when he saw the picture, if that's what he saw. And he looked at her picture. He said, "That's him. That's Jesus." So.
Listen, at the end of the day, Christianity is all about faith.
Exactly.
That's what God always said. And he mentioned it specifically to doubting Thomas, even when he came back, who didn't even believe, that Jesus rose from the dead. So, I mean, there's going to be doubters and even Christians. Christians aren't exempt. We're human beings at the end of the day. We doubt stuff.
Oh, yeah.
We try not to.
God, each and every day. It's just a matter of how you want to go about asking for that forgiveness, That's all God wants. He wants to see what's inside of it. Do we have the courage to ask for forgiveness each time we sin? Because that's a lot of us have. And I used to be guilty as sin of it. I would be afraid, it's like, oh, I don't even deserve to be forgiven. That's how Satan works on a Christian. I don't even deserve to be saved. And it's like, and that's how he works on us. I mean, seriously, he wants us to not ask for that forgiveness. That way he can say, "Ha ha ha, I got one over on God." And that's why he's the great deceiver of many. Because see, God has given us so many opportunities at heaven. I mean, all you got to do is look at Scripture. I mean, it says it right there. All it takes is to ask for forgiveness. And we make a mountain out of a molehill as a Christian about it. I know that because I've done it myself. That's how Satan works on us. And He usually does it when we're at our lowest peak in our life. That's a fact.
Well, I actually did all that years ago, and I even got baptized when I was a teenager, but I decided to walk away from it all because every church I went to, there were hypocrites, there were cruel people. Even after I had my kid, I had people telling me I'm not a real mother because I had an emergency C-section, and everyone was just cruel. Like,
are you serious?
That's a little.
Come on now.
Let me ask you a question, though, if I could. Could I ask you a question? I'm sorry. Is that Dork? Is that your real name, Dork?
No, my real name's Melissa.
Okay, I'll call you by Melissa instead. That sounds better.
Fair enough.
So, Melissa.
Sorry, Melissa.
Everyone calls me Dork, so I'm good with Dork too.
Okay,
I call you Dork. Dork to me.
Dorkathy.
So I hope the people at church weren't calling you Dork, but
you Dork.
No, but anyway, what I was gonna say is this. Okay, it's like this. If you put your faith in people instead of God, you're gonna be disappointed all the time. Church is no different. There are hypocrites at church, but did you expect otherwise? Did you expect that you would see a perfect bunch of Christian soldiers marching to God's beat? Because that's not what we're there for. We're there because we're sinners too.
I kind of expected that in the Salvation Army because, like, I see a lot of churches where all the money goes to the pastor and the mansions, but with the Salvos, all the money goes back out onto the streets. With the Salvation Army, they help homeless people, they help everyone, but
not as much as they used to.
Well, they do in this country, but what I'm trying to say is if I ever decided to cross that path again, I'd do it my own way, and I don't want to have to go to church every Sunday if I wanted to get back into it. Right now, I'm not, like, I have my own spiritual way of doing things.
I hear you. You have free will to make that decision, but I will tell you this. The Bible doesn't say you get to choose your own ways and it all leads to heaven. I'm just warning you. Not putting pressure on you, not Bible bashing you. I'm just letting you know.
I respect it.
All right.
There's only one true way to heaven, and it's so simple. It's just repenting and asking for forgiveness of all your sins.
Letting Jesus in your heart.
But you have to live Christ-like. You don't mean you have to be like Christ, because you'll never be like Christ. You're not made for perfection. Okay, that was taken away when Eve ate of the apple in the garden. That's right. And that's why God made woman barren. It would be kind of odd for a man to be barren anyway. What are we going to do? Pee out a kid? Let's be honest. But you know, we're going. Oh, this guy's Johnny Appleseed or something. No, seriously. You know, I mean seriously. But I don't want to get too far off topic because I can if I start joking around. But
no, see, I mean, I want to bring it back to what we originally were talking about, the homosexual thing, and I think, I didn't get Christy was saying that she used to be kind of more against it, but now she's like, well, I shouldn't judge them, and I think a lot of Christians and conservatives are feeling that way. Here's why, because this is just what I think. I think that the left is putting pressure on the people of the right, especially people who believe in Christianity, and so they know that it's probably wrong because the Bible says so, but they don't want to be hated by people, and they don't want to have that awkward feeling and the jobs to hate them like they fired me, and they don't want that. And so it's easier to kind of just say, well, you know, as opposed to no.
Right.
It's also easy to say, like, who am I to judge anyone? That's God's duty to judge, not mine.
But we're not judges, so we're not coming down with a verdict. We're simply stating the truth.
This is where the confusion comes in from us as Christians.
Yeah.
We have to use discernment as Christians. How's that sound? Doesn't mean that I hate you or disagree with you on your sinful act, because you know I've let a curse word slip. I've done, you know, I've gotten mad. I've gotten angry. When you get mad,
I let them slip.
Me too.
I let them slip all the time on here.
I don't let it slip. I freely cuss.
I know you do, brother, but we still love you, like Jesus did.
I say shit all the time.
That's right. Jesus still loves Mo, but like
Jesus loves Mo more than me.
He probably loves us more. He probably loves Mo more than all of us. But
and I love you, Mo. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying. God loves every one of you more than I do, because he used to love Peter.
Just like a sailor.
Yeah. But no, the homosexuality thing, though. We know what God says about homosexuality. It's an abomination in His eyes.
He actually destroyed a city over it.
Yes, Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, when I say that I'm happy that we have homosexual Trump supporters, and I do mean that. I'm happy that they support Trump, but I don't support their actions outside of
Gays for Trump. Gays for Trump.
And I think they're not real conservative, though.
Supporting our protest, but I don't agree with their actions outside of the presidency part.
But and it's good to have the votes, but here's what I would prefer.
Right. That's
when you have an opportunity, because on a lot of things they stand for, they are conservative, right?
Yeah.
And they agree with what Trump's saying, who is mostly conservative, right? But then you know that they're not really utterly trying to be 100% conservative, because they live their whole life according to something that conservatives would not be okay with, because a true conservative believes in God.
Right.
That's what conservatism has always been. So they're trying to hijack it to make it like Australia, where you were saying that there's no more right-wing party. I'm just saying. And that's a gradual stage of that. And make everybody... Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, well, I'd say they're trying to make it more like the UK than Australia, which is going to be like really fucked up.
Fair point.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're not. Hey, this isn't the Steve show.
It's 16 only.
only Steve gets to talk. I'm just kidding.
Stop it, Steve.
Stop it, Bob. Where's Bob?
Don't say his name. I don't want to hear his name. No, don't do this to y'all tonight. Not tonight.
Now listen here, mate.
He's best. I'll be back.
No, stop it, dog.
I love Bob. I do. He's a good guy. He just spits some stuff that really doesn't seem very true.
He's a good guy. We just got to pray for him. He's done some wrongful things, though.
Yeah, God pray for him.
Yes.
You know, I get the judgment thing a lot. I really don't think Christians are judging when they stand against something. I think they're just standing up for what they feel is right and true. You know?
What?
Well, you know, not all Christians are like that. Some are actually judging, unfortunately, but you're like a proper Christian, so.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah, we leave. The way I look at it, I leave the judge and the God on that judging part, because I'm not bigger than God. I may be 6'4" here on earth, but God's way bigger than me. He's bigger than this whole world together. He's everything. The creator, the start of it all, the beginning and the end.
And the Omega, baby.
The Alpha, the Omega. There is nothing bigger than that. Right. Okay? But the thing is, I'm going to tell you flat out, and I tell everybody here, I may not know you, but I'll know you after I leave here today, since we're on this live. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to treat you the way you treat me, and that's how Jesus Christ wants us to be to one another. And I'm going to start treating you, since I just met you, like a brother, like I treat Maurice when I first met him, because I felt the kinship of Christianity with Mo, because I knew there was something about Mo that he still loved Jesus Christ. And when I've heard him say it before and talk about God, I said, Mo has a heart of gold.
And, he does, and that's what it is, and that's why I keep coming back. And
we all have that. Christy B even does.
I must have a heart of gold, because I just talked to Henry Days on the phone 2 hours ago. No, 3 hours ago. We had to talk on the phone half an hour.
Right. So, I mean, hey.
You know, if I was a judgmental Christian, let me put it this way, and I'm not saying Mo is not a Christian. Like this is the way I think about. I don't know Mo personally. I've talked with him multiple times on his show, and I'm Facebook friends with him and stuff. And I might have even seen him out at an event. I don't even know, but I don't think we knew each other like that then. But you know, I think that Mo struggles with certain things. I think that I struggle with certain things, and Mo might swear a little more than I do, but I swear occasionally, and I shouldn't either. You know, and to the point of the judgment thing, you know, the same verse that talks about homosexuality being wrong in the Bible highlights drunkards won't go to heaven, adulterers won't go to heaven. So it's weird to me that the left always gets mad at that verse. And I'm like, but the Bible's simply saying, here's a bunch of sins that don't get you to heaven. And it doesn't just say homosexuality. It's not. So I don't know why they always single that out like the Bible's picking on the gays or something.
No. If they read the Bible, they would know that if we let a slip of the tongue, even a curse word is a sin. If we get anger, like I said earlier, that's a sin.
We just had the guy who runs the show leave the call. I've never seen that before. I didn't even think that was possible. But you're right. You're right, man.
But I mean, yeah, I've seen him leave before, and come back because he might have got a phone call or something. But yeah, I mean, it's just the way it is, man. We just, as Christians, we got to quit trying to strive to be so more perfect than Jesus, because you're never going to be that perfect. God knows that. He knows the heart of man already. He just wants that relationship one-on-one with the Son and the Father. If you can get that with the Son and the Father, he's our answering machine, the Son, because he has to be. There's just too many messages being delivered every millisecond up in heaven. Just think about that. He can't get to the main. He has to get to the main courses of the prayer before he can get to yours. This is where a lot of Christians are struggling with Christianity too. I've done it in the past. I can tell you from experience of many a time where I've said a prayer and say, I guess God's not going to help me today. It's been 2 days. No, God don't work like that. See, and early into my relationship, I was being selfish, which that's a sin also, if you think about it. And once you can break away from being selfish and just humble yourself to love your fellow brother and sister, treat them with respect, treat them with honor, treat them the way the Son treated the people here on earth when he was here. And he always went to the children. The children is where God went to first. This is why right now in this country, and I'm glad to see it, that arrest that happened today from that pedophile out there.
Yes, Epstein.
Epstein. Yes. I'm glad to finally see it happen, because I think heads are going to start rolling. And I hope.
Oh, yes.
Right. I've been praying for this to happen.
Yes.
That all the cabal would go down all at once. And I believe it's coming. Yep. And I believe these Satanist pedophiles are going to. They're going to go to the bowels of hell. I'm sorry for what they've done. They need to repent, or they'd have no chance. But they're so evil. They're so controlled by demons that they
need to be castrated.
What they see, all they see is the root of all evil, and that's the money that they worship here on earth. I got news for you. I don't worship money because I don't make enough of it to worship. Why would I want to worship something I'm never ever going to make enough at? Just enough to barely get by, do some things with my kid or my kid.
Well, you always get more money eventually, money comes and goes.
Right. But yeah, unless they find a money tree or something, But no, seriously, it's not going to happen. The thing is, I'd rather worship the Father above than the Father below. And that's what we got a problem at today here on earth, because we're focused on what? Other man and how we make them feel.
Right.
Well, that's the problem. This is why we come up with a word on the conservative side. We call them snowflakes. Okay? The conservative side. Okay?
This
and we
is
have
where
snowflakes. They don't want a relationship with God because they're worried about how they're going to make someone feel.
Well, this is where Australia is actually really good, because if you cut out Melbourne, the one city in Australia where the snowflakes all live, the rest of Australia is crude and doesn't give a shit about how you're feeling. As soon as you come into the country, they'll tell you exactly what they think, and they'll tell you exactly what's going on. Australia doesn't give a fuck. Everyone's open with everyone because we're always joking around and having fun, but at least you know what we're thinking.
Right.
Well, let me say this, okay, if I could, about, and I think what he was really saying isn't that you necessarily don't care about what people think, because the Bible says, for example, if you are eating steak and you're going to eat steak around someone else and that offends them, things of that nature, not that's just like a metaphor, but if you're going to do something that offends someone, you should try not to do that, right? But
I don't mean going out of your way to piss someone off or gravely offending them. I don't mean stuff like that, because we are a society.
Okay. Yeah, no, I figured that's what you were saying. I just kind of wanted to clear it up for the viewers so they don't think like Christians are just like, not sensitive. They don't care about people.
Yeah.
It's not like that. But when you care about people more than God and you follow people and what they want because their feelings over God and his commandments, then you got a serious problem.